Greetings to viewers of Nltv News Now. I'm Rinki Gogoi and let's begin with the headlines. Rio press meet a high-level committee to look into withdrawal of AFSPA to court of inquiry to initiate disciplinary proceedings against army unit and personnel involved in the Oting incident. CM Rio briefs media following his meeting Union Home Minister Amit Shah on November 23. Lahorizan fire. Massive fire breaks out at new field check gate of Lahorizan, Dimapur on Sunday morning. According to reports, as many as 15 houses burned down. 4 fire trucks dosed the fire. Three crore frontline workers eligible for precaution dose. Nearly 3 crore health and frontline workers will be eligible in January for the precaution dose of COVID vaccine that will be administered after a gap of 9 months from the second dose. Jesus Christ statue vandalized in Ambala. Ambala police informed that a Jesus Christ statue at Holy Redeemer Church in Haryana's Ambala was vandalized by unidentified persons on the occasion of Christmas on Saturday. News in details. The Chief Minister of Nagaland, Rio, had an emergency closed-door meeting at his residence at Dimapur at around 1 p.m. on Sunday. The Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton and NPF party leader T.R. Zeliang also attended the meeting. Following the meeting, the Chief Minister of Nagaland, Rio, also issued a press release. The meeting came as a follow-up of the 23rd December meeting of Union Home Minister Amit Shah with the Chief Minister, along with Patton and T.R. Zeliang, and Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, where they reportedly discussed on issues of AFSPA and Indo-Naga peace talks. The press release deliberated on the matters of AFSPA, December 4 Oting incident and Indo-Naga peace talks. The release stated that a committee will be instituted to look into withdrawal of AFSPA in Nagaland. The committee will submit its report within 45 days and withdrawal of disturbed area and AFSPA from Nagaland will be based on the recommendation of committee. A court of inquiry will initiate disciplinary proceedings against army unit and personnel who are involved in the Oting incident, and identified persons who will face inquiry will be placed under suspension with immediate effect. Furthermore, the state government has assured to provide government jobs to the next kin of deceased. Meanwhile, the CM, Deputy Chief Minister and NPF leader expressed their gratitude to the Union Home Minister for dealing with the matter with utmost seriousness. The government also appealed all sections of Nagaland to remain calm and maintain the peaceful image of the Nagas in the global community.
A committee to look into the withdrawal of the Armed Forces Special Power Act AFSPA in Nagaland will be instituted. This will be chaired by the Additional Secretary, Northeast Home Ministry, and will include the Chief Secretary and DGP of Nagaland Police. Other members that will be included are IGR North and representative of the CRPF. The committee will submit its report within 45 days, and withdrawal of disturbed area AFSPA from Nagaland will be based on the recommendation of the committee. 2. A court of inquiry will initiate disciplinary proceedings against the army unit and army personnel who are directly involved in the Oting incident, and action will be taken immediately on the basis of fair inquiry. The identified persons who will face the inquiry will be placed under suspension with immediate effect. 3. The state government will provide government jobs to the next of kin of the deceased. To initiate this process, the Deputy Commissioner and the Superintendent of Police of Mon District will carry out necessary procedures in consultation with the concerned village council, and government job will be given on compassionate ground on the basis of the eligibility. The Nagaland delegations impressed upon the Union Home Minister to replace the Assam Rifles unit in Mon with immediate effect. 4. The undersigned is grateful to the Union Home Minister, Sri Amit Shah ji, for taking the matter with utmost seriousness, and appreciate the Government of India for taking the required steps to ensure justice and also for positively responding to the voice of the people. The state government appeals to all sections to remain calm and to continue to maintain a peaceful atmosphere in the state. The democratic and peaceful nature of the civil society groups, tribal hosts, and mass-based organizations in our collective quest for justice and truth, and has been well received, created a positive image of the Naga people.
Amid the ongoing clamor on the repeal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act from different quarters of Northeastern region, the centre is planning to explore the possibility of partially lifting up AFSPA from Nagaland and other Northeastern states soon. This decision has been undertaken after a late-night meeting of the Union Home Minister of Affairs and Cooperation Amit Shah with the Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma and Nagaland Chief Minister Nltv Rio. According to Indian Express report, Shah is believed to have directed Rio and others that if AFSPA were lifted partially, the state police would have to initiate more responsibilities to maintain law and order along the northeastern state. He is expected to brief Prime Minister Modi on the issue. However, the centre will have to take final calls on the matter before December 31, date on which the disturbed area's notification of AFSPA expires in Nagaland. In a heart-wrenching video that have gone viral on social media sites, families and friends were seen singing Christmas songs at the burial site of the victims of Oting incident. The families and friends of the fallen lives were seen mourning at the graveyard on Christmas Eve. The relatives and loved ones gathered at the graveyard and sang gospel hymns as a mark of respect for the Konyak brethren who lost their lives. It can be mentioned that 13 innocent civilians lost their lives during the indiscriminate and barbaric firing of the 21st Para Special Forces at Oting village on December 4. The Konyak community has marked December 4 as a Black Day. The Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi will visit Mandi in Himachal Pradesh on Monday to inaugurate hydropower projects worth over rupees 11,000 crores. The Prime Minister will then be laying the foundation stone of the Renukaji Dam project, which has been lying pending for 3 decades. He will also preside over the second groundbreaking ceremony of the Himachal Pradesh Global Investors Meet, the PMO said. The state of Mizoram has reported 2 more COVID deaths due to COVID-19 infection and 72 new COVID cases on Monday morning, according to COVID-19 update on Monday morning released by the Directorate of Information and Public Relations. Mizoram, of the new cases, 64 were detected during the rapid antigen test and 8 other cases were found positive during the FIA test. The new positive cases include 37 males and 35 females. With the new cases, Mizoram's total COVID-19 tally increased to 140,564. The state's positivity rate stands at 10.45%, according to the COVID-19 bulletin released by the DIPR Mizoram at 5 p.m. on Sunday. A total of 179 people were discharged after their recovery. After the government failed to get the anti-conversion bill passed in the Legislative Council in the recently concluded Belagavi session, it is now exploring the options of promulgating an ordinance to bring in the law. Home Minister Araga Nandra, who is piloting the Karnataka Protection of Right to Freedom of Religion Bill 2021, said they will bring the ordinance to the cabinet next week and they are planning to promulgate it in early January after getting the governor's assent. The bill was passed in the assembly by voice vote on December 23. The government tried to get it approved in the council on Friday but was forced to defer it as it did not have the required strength. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Saturday inaugurated Bharat Darshan Park in New Delhi. According to the Union Minister, Bharat Darshan Park is a recreational garden built by the South Delhi Municipal Corporation on waste to wealth model in Punjabi Bagh of New Delhi. Spreading over 8 acres, the park includes replicas of several monuments including Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, Charminar, Gateway of India, Konark Temple, Nalanda Ruins, Mysore Palace, Meenakshi Temple, Hampi, Victoria Memorial Hall, Sanchi Stupa, Gol Gumbaj, Ajanta and Ellora Caves, and Hawa Mahal. Notably, these replicas have been built with scrap and waste material such as dumped old vehicles, fans, iron rods, nuts and bolts, lying unused or abandoned at SDMC stores. According to health officials, nearly 3 crore health and frontline workers will be eligible in January for the precaution dose of COVID vaccine that will be administered after a gap of 9 months from the second dose. As of now, the third jab that will also be given to around 3 crore people above 60 with comorbidities will be of the same vaccine that one had got in the first and the second instances on Saturday. PM Modi had announced that COVID vaccination of children between 15 to 18 years will begin from January 3, whereas administration of precaution doses of COVID vaccines for health and frontline workers, as well as for elderly above 60 with comorbidities, will begin from January 10. However, very few of the eligible elderly people may actually be receiving the third dose in January. The Congress leader Rahul Gandhi is reportedly set to begin the party's election campaign poll-bound Punjab from January 3 by addressing a public rally in Moga. The Congress Screening Committee is also likely to decide on candidates for all 117 assembly seats on Monday. The Congress had backed an absolute majority in the 2017 Punjab Assembly polls, winning 77 out of 117 seats. A senior epidemiologist at AIIMS, who is the principal investigator of Covaxin trials for adults and children at the institute, on Sunday termed the center's decision to vaccinate children against COVID unscientific and said it will not yield any additional benefit. Dr. Sanjay K. Rai, who is also the president of the Indian Public Health Association, said before implementing the decision, data from countries that have already started vaccinating children should be analyzed. In an address to the nation on Saturday night, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced that vaccination against COVID-19 for children in the age 15 to 18 group will start from January 3. President of the Indian Public Health Association tweeted that it is a great fan of Prime Minister Modi for his selfless service to the nation and taking right decision at the right time. But he was completely disappointed with his unscientific decision on children vaccination. Elaborating his viewpoint, Rai said there should be a clear-cut objective of any intervention. The objective is to either prevent coronavirus infection or severity of death. Ambala police informed that a Jesus Christ statue at Holy Redeemer Church in Haryana's Ambala was vandalized by unidentified persons on the occasion of Christmas on Saturday. The police officials said that two persons were seen entering the church at night. Ambala ASP Pooja Dabla said that the police is currently examining CCTV footage to identify the perpetrators behind the incident. With the cases of Omicron variant of COVID-19 reaching 38 in the state, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai held a meeting with health experts, senior officials and cabinet colleagues on Sunday morning to take stock of the rising infections. Besides the CM, Revenue Minister R. Ashoka, Home Minister Araga Janendra, Health Minister K. Sudhakar, Chief Secretary Ravi Kumar and other officials of the Health and Police Department are present in the meeting. Further details are awaited. With Omicron cases on the rise, New York health officials have reported an increase in hospitalized children as the White House promised Sunday to quickly resolve the United States COVID-19 test shortage. In New York City, it identified 4 fold increase in COVID-19 hospital admissions for children 18 and under beginning the week of December 5. Through the current week, the department added that approximately half of the admissions are younger than 5, an age group that is vaccine ineligible. The top U.S. pandemic advisor Anthony Fauci on Sunday acknowledged a COVID testing problem and vowed to make more tests available to Americans next month. Thank you, viewers. That's all for now. I'm Rinki Gogoi signing off, and for more updates, keep watching Nltv. Sab manu laga awaaz.